Η τρομοκρατία πιστεύετε θα επιστρέψει κάποια στιγμή στη γενέτειρά της?
And terrorism is acting everywhere, but my understanding is that it's going to be back home. And this is another episode, what happened in Syria and Iraq, for example, Libya, Boko Haram in Nigeria, all of that is related. So at the end of the day, it's going to go back home. And back home, I think it's our region. The minorities, the Muslim minorities in Europe, most of them are somehow not integrated. So they are somehow have been alienated. The issue of identity estrangement, okay, for people, let's say the second, third generation of Muslims in Europe, for example, why, even though they are educated, a lot of them, they come from at least middle class situation.
Η παγκοσμιοποίηση πόσο έχει παίξει ρόλο στο θέμα της τρομοκρατίας, από τη στιγμή που έχουμε βέβαια και ανοιχτά σύνορα παντού και λόγω των πολέμων και των σειράξεων που υπάρχουν βεβαίως τριγύρω μας, αλλά κυρίως και λόγω αυτής της ελευθερίας του περάσματος όλων αυτών των ανθρώπων, των μεταναστών ας πούμε.
With globalization, with all the open borders, you cannot isolate yourself. It's like you live in a big sphere that is, or a big village that is connected. So what's happening here is going to happen there. So the changes will happen. The question is, how do you foresee the changes and how do you deal with it? Do you deal with it with the same old tactics, the same old school that we have to isolate these people, or we have to integrate? And integration is a key. Open dialogue is a real key. Not, for example, to set the people in small ghettos, isolate them. That's not the situation. Most of the time, the West or the States or whatever, okay, they don't see. They see to what end that will come according to their interests for the short term. But at the long term, no, it's not going to be very meaningful war, at least. Okay, if you destroy Syria, Iraq, the cradle of civilization, this is not an area that only going to affect only Syria and Iraq. It's going to affect the whole world. Okay, what kind of situation is this? Okay, what kind of human standards that has been reached? For example, Iraqis and Syrians before, okay. When we say the state, they had a state, okay, regarding of the regime. The regime is brutal, all of that, we understand that. That's a separate thing. But the thing is that to change a regime, first thing, it's the duty of the people, not an outside force.
Η Τουρκία τελικά γιατί αντιμετωπίζει τόσο μεγάλο πρόβλημα όσον αφορά στις τρομοκρατικές επιθέσεις και παρόλα αυτά διαρκώς κατηγορείται από διάφορες χώρες ότι συνεργάζεται με το ISIS.
The situation in Turkey is somehow a little bit different than in Europe, because Turkey is where ISIS had its access to all its supplies, all of that. It was selling oil through it, although this is not official, everything under the table, but everyone knows that, okay? So it's part of the tactic, okay? You don't give me this, I do this to you, that's the only thing. Islam is like any other religion, okay? There are some parts of it, okay, that are violent. This is our human nature. The problem is that the Islamic rhetoric haven't developed, okay? It's, there is some kind of an ism, or there is a shift, a gap between what the madrasas are saying, okay, the theological schools are saying, and what's on the ground now. Especially that Turkey is a secular country, and changing it from a secular country to another type of country, an Islamic theological country, that is not going to be a good end. Turkey is shifting the scenario here, and for example, when it's dealing with the States or with Russia or with Iran or Saudi Arabia, okay, Turkey is a very powerful player in the Middle East, so that's normal. Changing allies today and tomorrow, that's understandable.
Ένας από τους λόγους που ζήτησα να σας δω και να έχουμε αυτή τη σύντομη συνομιλία είναι και το γεγονός ότι υπάρχουν πάρα πολλές κατηγορίες για το Κουβέιτ, ότι πολλές φιλανθρωπικές οργανώσεις έχουν συσταθεί ακριβώς για να χρηματοδοτούν αυτή την διεθνή τρομοκρατία. Θέλω να μου πείτε ποια είναι η άποψή σας πάνω σε αυτό.
On the other hand, okay, the Islamic parties, okay, or the Islamic organizations in Kuwait, they have, yes, funded it, okay, not only in Kuwait, in the whole region, okay, so Kuwait is not alone in that. I think if they want to stop it, they can stop it, okay, because the people who are behind it, okay, who are financing it, they are well known. Okay, and there are certain governments, certain political movements, they don't want to stop it because they are, I think that the only thing for them to survive or for them to gain something is to destroy Syria, for example, to destroy Libya,